Hey, so you've heard it said, the faith of our fathers. You've heard that line in a lot of quotes. You've heard it raised before, and I began to investigate that. And I'm not just talking about the founding fathers of our country. We could rabbit trail, get off track real fast with that. Although it's worthy of investigation. Did you know that 5 U.S. presidents grew up without a dad? Interesting fact. The majority of U.S. presidents didn't have a good relationship with their father. Interesting study. Don't get sidetracked. Useless trivia. But here, faith of our fathers, if you begin to do a search, and I just started this, searching out the patriarchs of the faith, the Bible guys. Start with the guys who are mentioned most: Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Work your way down to Job. None of these guys were good fathers when they started, but they were good fathers when they finished. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this. I want you to think about 1 or 2 or a handful of the fathers in the Bible that you've read about. Maybe you've read one. The most popular after God is Abraham. But there's some other really great fathers. Some that get honorable mentions and some that are never mentioned. For example, Noah. We could throw a lot of rocks at Noah, and he did some not so good stuff. But if we examine his life, there's lots of truth there. What I'm saying to you is this: as we examine the lives of our fathers in the faith, we'll begin to see things that we can pattern our lives after. We can begin to see mistakes that they made that we won't make. And one of the things that I've found out as I've been reading through the faith of our fathers in the Bible is that most of the mistakes that the fathers in the Bible made were because they were offline or disobedient to God. They made mistakes with their kids because they were offline with God. That's a thought. That's something to explore. But the number one factor that I've been seeing, and this is what I want to say to you, the number one factor is that the fathers in Scripture, in the Old Testament, never gave up. They kept moving forward. The fathers in the New Testament did the same thing, but there's more about spiritual fathers in the New Testament than actual fathers. I want to say this to you. If you grew up without the strong influence of a godly man in your life, a father, then begin to ask God to point you to a spiritual father, a spiritual dad, who can't take the place of your dad, but can sure speak life into you about health and future and being a strong, healthy, spiritual man. Okay, you can do it. Keep trucking. Keep moving forward.